10 upcoming open-world games for Switch 2. Some are locked in, some don't have a date yet, and one isn't even confirmed.
Just like in the movies. You sneak in, wait until she starts showering, then snap a quick photo.
Let's start small and a little bratty. Agefield High is basically Bully with the serial numbers barely filed off, made by a tiny team called Refugium Games. You play a new kid named Sam in the early 2000s, you go to class or skip it, you scrap in the yard, you tear around on a bike, and the whole thing runs on that crude teen comedy energy somewhere between American Pie reruns. The world is small, but it's a real connected open world. A school campus, a couple of neighborhoods, a town, some countryside. It pulled in around 175,000 wish lists, so people clearly want it. My worry is simple. The PC version comes first. The consoles, including Switch 2, are just labeled soon with no date. And I'm not convinced a studio this small can hit Bully's level of polish.
You don't know him like I know him.
Embarrassing attempts. But
Lisa!
experience this small open world game about...
Completely different mood, and probably the coziest open world here. Lou's Lagoon drops you on the tropical limbo archipelago right after a storm. Your Uncle Lou has vanished, and all he's left you is a seaplane and his little delivery business. So you island hop, gather stuff, rebuild the settlements, fish, upgrade your plane, and slowly dig into what happened to him. The Switch 2 version promises a higher frame rate and resolution, which actually matters here, because the early access build on PC had real stability problems. The thing I'll be watching at full launch is whether they've fixed the technical side, not whether the vibes are nice. The vibes were always gonna be nice. Want something with teeth? Here you go! No Rest for the Wicked is a dark, hand-painted ARPG from Moon Studios' The Ori people, except this time they've gone full Souls-like across one connected world of 15-plus handcrafted regions. It's finally leaving early access, and the full version adds over 60 hours of new content, a horde mode, a reworked class system, and the ending of the story. The honest part matters most. PC and PS5 get the full launch in the fall, and the Switch 2 version lands noticeably later. The developers said flat out that Nintendo's hardware needs heavier optimization because of the smaller memory budget. Good that they won't ship a broken port. Bad that Nintendo players wait.
Faith and flame at her back. They can't protect anyone.
You can also blow a bubble to float in the air.
Now, a genuinely strange pivot for a whole series. The first Ninjala was a loud, free-to-play PvP game about fighting with bubblegum. The sequel throws all that out for a proper open world built around PvE. You roam huge, nature-heavy landscapes at your own pace, clear dungeons, and take down giant bosses with that same fast, gummy combat, and you can bring up to 3 friends along in local or online co-op. There's crafting now, even cooking with what you gather. What keeps me cautious is that this is only part 1 of a 2-part story. The Switch 2 exclusive isn't due until spring 2027, and we still haven't seen the open world running in any real gameplay. Promising pitch, unproven game.
Or online multiplayer to chew through tough battles. The first...
This is the most divisive comeback on the list. Crazy Taxi World Tour is Sega rebooting the classic arcade racer. Reckless driving through open cities, drifts, jumps, The Offspring on the soundtrack, 5 locations, a story about Axel getting his cab stolen, and the series' first online multiplayer. Sounds like a party. Then the asterisks show up. Sega confirmed that generative AI was used for background assets, and their line about human review made people more nervous, not less. On top of that, the game was originally pitched as something close to an open-world ammo-scale online thing, and what they actually showed is a far more traditional arcade setup. a 2027 window, and a reveal trailer with no real gameplay rounded out. I wanna love it. I've got questions.
I take that personally.
Here's an open world that already tripped over its own feet on Switch 2. Borderlands 4 takes Gearbox's looter shooter to a new planet called Kairos, and, for the first time, makes the map fully seamless and huge, reportedly close to Skyrim in size, with hoverbike traversal, dynamic events, and 4-player co-op. The catch is how it runs on the hybrid. The Switch 2 release was set for fall 2025, then cancelled and pushed to an unspecified date for more polish and cross saves. The Switch 2 build also targets 30 frames per second instead of 60, tops out at 1080p docked and 720p handheld, and drops local split screen. The game itself is big and generous. On Nintendo specifically, keep your expectations grounded.
It has arrived, and we can share in it together.
For hunters, this one's bittersweet. Capcom has officially confirmed Monster Hunter Wilds for Switch 2, and it's a massive semi-open world with seamless zones, herds of monsters, and the new Sacred Mount you can sharpen your weapon on mid-ride. Makes sense too. The series has always felt at home on Nintendo hardware. But let's be real. Wilds had a genuinely rough performance launch even on PC and strong consoles, so the whole question is whether that dense simulation can breathe on the hybrid at all. There's no date, and it's still unclear whether the Switch 2 version even gets the big Ascendance expansion coming in 2027. Cautiously optimistic, nothing more.
Flying feline incoming!
Good! Make use of the monster's attack to...
Things that a Nazi should not know. And then one
I'm
day...
breaking my own rule here, because this isn't a confirmed Switch 2 game at all. It's one I badly want to see there. Frontiers of Pandora is Ubisoft's ridiculously good-looking open world from Massive, the Star Wars Outlaws studio. Thick Pandora jungle, Banshee flights, 3 enormous regions, and ray tracing that used to bring serious graphics cards to their knees. Which is exactly why, when someone asked the devs about Switch 2 directly, they gave the most deflating answer possible. They honestly don't know if it's even technically doable. There are rumors of a 2026 port floating around, but nothing official, so I'm filing this under wishful thinking rather than plans.
And I was free.
Near the top, a fresh giant straight from Nintendo. Xenoblade Genesis is Monolith Soft's new game, and by the looks of it, a reboot in its own world with none of the old trilogy's baggage, which makes it a much easier place for newcomers to jump in. It's set inside a colossal inverted sphere called Lukos. The heroine Eleanor is training at a military academy to wield a power called Anima, and it's all wrapped in a new high fantasy look with mounts. Finally. Nobody builds worlds you actually want to wander like Monolith does, and the potential is obvious. I'll temper it with this. They showed almost no gameplay. It's a 2027 release, and part of the fan base is already bickering about the new anime faces. And for dessert, the game a lot of people are holding out for open worlds on the hybrid to justify. Elden Ring in the Tarnished edition is the full package. Base game, the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, plus new classes, armor, and mount customization. The interesting bit is the journey this port took. At Gamescom 2025, the demo ran at a humiliating 15 frames per second, and press weren't even allowed to record it, after which From Software delayed the whole thing and, going by recent showings, seems to have dragged it up to a steady 30.